So I'm literally seeing this fucking trend of men explaining why they don't approach women anymore. And I really haven't got talked about the dating scene like that as much. Like I have a few videos previously like months ago, but I'm only talking about this because I'm tired of seeing these videos. Like people aren't really telling the real. They're kind of just pandering like like they do all the time. They forget little intricate details of why men aren't approaching and why the dating scene in the West is probably just dead right now in general. But I can honestly say, from somebody who lived in Germany for 3 years and my experience just living in Germany, like it was night and day. I'm not gonna lie. Like my experience living in Germany, I lived in Germany for 3 years, by the way, and I literally had African women chasing me down the fucking street, right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, in Germany, African women showed me mad love. When I would go to different countries, I'm not saying like I got love from all other different races, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of the women, a lot of the women at least showed me some type of interest, right? And when I think about American women, especially American black women, and this has just been my experience. I've talked about this before, where I said that a lot of brown skinned women, right? Not dark skinned women, not light skinned women, but a lot of brown skinned women used to give me the hardest time when I was younger. And I still remember this, still to this day. And I'm out here on the West Coast now, so I'm not really talking about in the Midwest because this didn't happen to me as much in the Midwest. But since I've been living on the West Coast, I've noticed that black women have the nastiest, rudest attitudes ever, and they're very unapproachable. They have stank attitudes. Um, they're just not worth it. They either ignore you, and this is how black women are in the Midwest too. Some of them, they ignore you. So like you'll try to start a conversation with them or talk to them. Maybe they don't like your outfit. Maybe they don't like how you look, and they'll just either ignore you or they'll fucking go off on you or just be real rude and mean in general, right? And that's been my experience. Not all, but majority of my experiences with black women have been like that, and so that's why I no longer approach black women in America. If she's an American black woman, I probably won't be talking to her because I just don't have the energy anymore for American black women. I don't have the time to deal with their stank attitude. I don't have the time to deal with their self hatred of themselves. I just don't have the time, the energy. Um, I can deal with Ethiopian women. I can deal with African women of all the other different races. I've never had problems with dealing with African women, dealing with other black women of other races, even Caribbean. Jamaican women love me. Jamaican women love me. Like they show me mad love. African women show me mad love. The only women who disrespect me and who don't show me as much love anymore is the American black woman. I don't know what is the. I think it's because of all the brainwashing and like the slavery psychology. You know what I'm saying? Their love for white zaddy. You know the fact that white zaddy impregnated their moms and their aunties, and they got some of their DNA dormant. I don't know what it is. I don't really care anymore. I'm done. I don't even think about that. And as far as Becky and Maylene, I really don't care for Becky anymore. I kind of outgrew Becky when I was like, I think I was like in fifth or sixth grade when I outgrew Becky. I mean, I would mess with a Snow Bunny every now and then, but it's not like my first choice. And it's only because like when you messing with Becky, you just never know. The police could be called. Anything could go wrong with Becky. Becky is like one of those ones that like shit could go left real quick. You know what I'm saying? Some white boys find out you fucking on Becky, and next thing you know, they stalking you and following you home type shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I've dealt with Mei Ling a little bit, whether she was Vietnamese or Chinese. I've dated them. They're cool, but they want to be like American black women. A lot of them, they want to be ghetto, and they want to fit into like American black culture. And sometimes they hang out with these black women who are haters. You know what I'm saying? And the black women mad because I'm not talking to their ass, so they gonna spew hatred in a lot of these mailings. ear. So that's another thing you got to worry about when you dating Mei Ling. If she hang around black women, it's not gonna work. Or if she's like the preppy or like uppity white Mei Ling, then she's just like the rest of these matriarchal women, where she wants you to be goddamn hopelessly ambitious and all about fucking fitting into society and all that. Just like the rest of these American women, they're all the same. But what I noticed was when I was overseas, like when I was living in Germany, like I literally did not have to have a car, like, or I could have had a shitty car, which I did have. I had a 1996 BMW two-door coupe, all steel, and women still loved. They just liked me for me. Like they didn't give a fuck about my car. They really didn't care how I dressed. Like I dressed it pretty decent, but I'm pretty sure like I could have dressed down. I didn't have to like be flashy. I didn't have to put on this persona. I didn't have to fucking take them on shopping sprees. I didn't have to buy them a Birkin bag. None of this shit. I didn't have to trick on them. None of this shit that you got to do with American women. And guess what? A lot of the women will go out of their way to pursue you back. It wasn't one-sided like how it is in America. Like I've literally had chicks drive an hour and 30 minutes to see me overseas. The women just show you way more love. And I'm not saying Germany is the best place to find women, because to be honest, it's still a westernized country. But what I've noticed is that foreign women just, when they come from the culture, we talking about culture. When I was dating the Middle Eastern women when I was in Germany, they had culture. So when you're talking about dating a woman, she has to have culture. If she doesn't have culture, if she doesn't come from culture, she's been westernized, she's been Americanized. 9 times out of 10, she's gonna be a slut, she's gonna be a whore, she's not gonna have manners, she doesn't cook, she's not gonna clean, she's gonna be ratchet, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna be passed around. Because when I was in Germany, best believe there was a lot of chicks that was passed around. And you'd know because some dude from your unit would tell you, like, yo, such and such had her, such and such had, you know what I'm saying? And so you would know, like, oh yeah, she's a jump off. You know what I'm saying? Because dudes, one thing, they gonna talk. If they smash, if the homeboy smash, everybody on base gonna know who that chick was messing with and who dumped her or how it ended or how crazy the broad was. Everybody's gonna talk, especially amongst black men. That's one thing black men do, is they gonna put you on game. They not gonna let you go out like a sucker. They gonna put your ass up on game. So it's not really the fact that, it's about the foreign woman. It's about the fact that was she brought up around culture. Middle Eastern women are brought up around culture. That's why they do the things that they do. Thai women are brought up around culture. That's why they are the way they are. That's why that's why they're looked at as such a higher tier woman, because they were just brought up around culture. There's Vietnamese women, there's Chinese women who are just as ghetto as American women. That's everywhere. There's Romanian chick. There's ghetto women everywhere. There's unclassy women everywhere. It's not just about the woman being foreign. Is was she brought up around culture? That is the biggest difference you'll notice about a foreign woman and an American woman. If you get a foreign woman that was brought up around culture, she's gonna treat you better. She's gonna pursue you. It's gonna be genuine interest. It's not gonna be this fucking 100. You putting in 100% and she's fucking showing up. You know what I'm saying? Some of the dudes in my unit, bro, they had these Dominican chicks fucking cooking and cleaning and ironing their clothes and shit, and they were sending me videos of that shit. They like, yo, this shit is crazy. Shorty doing everything for me. I went over this Middle Eastern chick crib, bro. She already had a plate and everything ready for me, bro. Plate and fucking rice and fucking chicken and you know what I'm saying? Like she had the whole shit already prepared and ready. Cause they fucking love us over there. They fucking love us, yo. We taking L's and shit. That's why a lot of these cats is not fucking dating or approaching anymore, because they realize that it's such a fucking one-sided deal. You literally have to approach, pursue, pay. You have to do everything here. Overseas, you get more leeway. You get more cultured women. Even if you are paying, because most women you're going to still pay for, right? But at least you get your money's worth when you're dealing with a cultured woman.